Hello and welcome to TelecomTV's Final Word. I'm talking with Marie-Paule Odini, who is Chief Technologist with HP. Marie-Paule, we've just had the panel discussion. We've been talking about SDN and NFV. One of the things you mentioned that we didn't have time to expand on is the fact that at HP you have several products which are available or under development which are already partly virtualized. What are they and what are you going to do with them?
Yeah, that's true. So in HP we have this telecom division which is doing software and services for telecom operators. And we have a number of solutions, so things like virtual SDP or OSS products which have been deployed virtualized for some years already. And the more recent, I think, subjects which are top of the list for the operators like IMS, CDN, which also are partially virtualized. Actually, we are running a number of proof of concept as we speak, with virtualized IMS, with HP virtualized media server. We have also virtualized HSS underway. And we have also a POC running with a US operator with virtual CDN, and our CDN is already deployed partially virtualized. So we are quite advanced, I think, in this process of virtualizing the portfolio, probably because we have all the expertise in-house on virtualization and even on multi-vendor hypervisor. We are running this POC in Europe with a large European telco operator on virtual IMS. And this is with multi-vendor hypervisor environment and with orchestration, with an NFV orchestrator. So I think we are starting to have a quite good understanding of that.
So now you have these products in flow, as it were, and virtualized or on the way to being virtualized. What's the strategy for the telcos going forward? What's HP going to do? How do you approach the market? What will you do?
Yeah, so if we look at the broad picture of what telco are doing, there is this phase, as we said in the panel, right now and probably a bit of next year as well, which is very much into prototyping, given function virtualization. So you take pieces of the network. There's a list that has been provided by the operators like virtual EPC, IMS, CDN, virtual CP, and so on. There's a list of 5 or 6, top use cases. And they'll take, each of them and, work on virtualizing that and introducing that in their network. So that could be because it's a new deployment, or that could be complementary to existing deployment. Some operators, for instance, are looking into traditional EPC deployment and at the same time virtual EPC island. So that's one way to do it. There are some other use cases where you deploy right away your virtualized functions. And then as things are starting to be put in place and cloudification is happening and so on, you get more and more operators to have that. Then in 2015, you start to have cloud virtualized enabled telco functions. And the operators will start to offer some of these functions as a service, not only to their traditional customers like B2B enterprise but also potentially to other service providers. So you could get, radio base station, as a service. You could get bandwidth as a service. You could get video compression as a service. You could get, many things. HP offers already, public cloud as a service, and you start to see, an ecosystem of players, offering as a service, their capabilities. And thanks to the flexibility we've introduced with virtualization, NFV, and even SDN, down to a network. These kind of things, will happen.
Good stuff. Marie-Paule Odini, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Martin.